videos where he essentially was in a interrogation. Let me see, interrogation. Okay, and in the interrogation, he basically was snitching. Right? He basically said, yo, young thug, young thug did all that shit. Right?
Tell you every single person, every person, every Instagram page that's out out trying to get him. I can give you every person, every name. Not really.
I could give you every person, every name. Everybody knew he was telling. Um, However, in the charging of YSL, we didn't really hear about his charges being that public. So we assumed that he's one of the cooperants, and eventually he was gonna turn on Young Thug. By the way, if you listen to this interrogation, which we played like probably months ago, he literally said like, yo, he was wondering why Young Thug, who's a successful musician, wants to be a gangster so much. Or not wants to be a gangster, but like it's so evil. Like he kept basically saying, I can't understand why Thug always wanted it to go left. You know what I mean? Basically saying Thug was just a violent person. So he was basically painting a picture that the prosecutor's going with, that, yo, Thug is like a violent person who's a leader who's enabling these guys to go kill, hurt, or harm other people. And this was I don't know how this got leaked. This was like such a huge blunder on the behalf of, I think, the court system in general, because I think a Freedom of Information Act request went in, and they allowed this to get out, but they should have sealed this, or at least temporarily denied the Freedom of Information Act request, even though they can't technically do that. But they could say if it's involved in a current investigation, which the dude's about to take. Like, why are you gonna put a video of him snitching right when he's waiting to snitch? Like, it's different if the case is done. So this shit got leaked before he ever took the stand. Then he took the stand. And what happened is, I'm gonna try to walk you through it as quickly as possible. He took the stand and he invoked his Fifth Amendment right. Okay. Now, I know we're all like ghetto lawyers at this point. YSL Woody, fifth, please, the fifth. Oh my god, I can't type today. Okay, here we go. We're gonna play the whole thing. Please, the fifth. Okay, where is it? Give me a second. I think I gotta go to long crimes. Sorry. So essentially what happened is that this guy, he doesn't really want to testify, because this is the thing about, and I'm confused about, like, the streets these days. I think now more than ever we get to realize that snitching doesn't exist, and it's so subjective that there is no
There's an active
general
shooter situation.
barometer. And even if you're like, no, there is a general barometer, no, it's really not. Stop lying. Because the ramifications for snitching all depends on who's doing it and in what situation. Like, for example, these guys know what they're doing. They're all trying to save themselves. This guy basically already told on Thug. The prosecutor highlights him as a lead witness or a main witness in their trial against Thug, but he's still trying to remain cool with the gang. So he's trying to, like, oh, nah, I really ain't gonna tell. Like, you know what I mean? No, this is your time to shine. You've been telling this whole time. It's like 6ix9ine. Imagine when 6ix9ine get locked up, he signs the agreement that he's gonna tell whatever. He has a proffer session, which you'll never see because that's private. He tells on everybody already, and then when he has to go to court to tell, he's like, nah, I'm done telling. What the fuck are you talking about? So that's YSL Woody, right? So essentially, he gets brought into court right before the weekend, and let me see if we can find it. And he gets to court and he starts acting like he's never acted before. He basically says, nah, I'm not about to tell on Young Thug, right? Let me see if I could pull this up. Let's go live stream. Sorry, chat. Are they not covering this no more? Maybe they're not. YSL trial. Sorry. Okay. I'm just trying to. I'm trying to do this sequentially.
With
Okay, sorry. I'm trying to do this sequentially that you could understand the story in case you haven't been following it, which I don't expect you guys to follow this shit, truth be told. It's just too much bullshit going on, right? So on Friday, this is what happened. Here we go. This is 5 days ago. Where is this guy. Okay. Here we go. So this is him basically not trying to testify.
Your Honor, lays out that it is this.
Okay, so I'm gonna skip through it. It's like these court proceedings are very long. I kind of watch them like while I'm doing work during the day, but I watch them to also try to speed through to make sure you're not bored. Here we go.
States.
Okay, so this is the prosecutor here. She's giving the judge a rundown of what has compelled or how they've compelled the defendant or this person, YSL Woody, to testify. They basically say, yo, he has an attorney. His attorney says he's not going to say nothing on the stand. He's going to plead the fifth like everybody says they're going to do. And by the way, it's important to note if Gunna took the stand, this is exactly how it would go. So Gunna allegedly was going to take the fifth if he ever took the stand. But what they were probably going to say to Gunna, hey, we're giving you immunity. So what happens is you could take pleading the fifth means that you don't want to say something that could potentially incriminate yourself, right? Now, they got around him being able to do that and not answer question by saying, hey, you have immunity, which means anything you say here can never be used to prosecute you in this district. So once that happens, it basically says this guy has to testify. The guy doesn't want to testify because he's still trying to keep it gang with YSL, right? Like, we're in the era of half snitching. You tell in the interrogation room, you write a statement, you sign the fucking thing when they give you the paperwork of the plea deal or whatever immunity deal you might get. And then when you get on the stand and nobody wants to look like 6ix9ine just ratting like a motherfucker. They change their minds, right? So this is a state or this is a DA or assistant DA. She works for Fonnie Willis. She's basically telling the court what the deal is, right? Then what's going to happen is this is the lawyer for Woody who basically goes up there and says, hey, Judge, my client don't want to testify.
That could occur depending upon his decision.
I have, Judge.
Okay. All right. I guess the only thing to do at this point in time is to bring him in and determine whether or not he would like to make sure he understands.
I understand.
Where he is under 24-5-507.
He is present in the courtroom, Judge.
Okay.
What he has told me is that he repeatedly told the DA's office that he did not wish to cooperate, did not wish to testify, and wished to exercise his Fifth Amendment privilege. But I can bring him up and have him state that on the record.
Yes.
Okay. Come on up, Mr. Copeland.
Okay.
Mr. Copeland, come on up and have a seat here, sir.
So Woody walks up.
No, he doesn't need to be sworn in yet. No.
So essentially, they talk to they literally talk to his counsel, which is his lawyer. They say, yo, did you explain to him that he has immunity, which means anything he says in this hearing will never be used to prosecute him. And by the way, the reason why he would plead the fifth is because he doesn't want to prosecute. You're scared of getting prosecuted by your own words, which, obviously that's unethical and illegal. Well, not illegal. If you plead the fifth, it gets you out of it. But here's the thing. This guy don't want to snitch on Thug, even though he snitched on Thug already. This is like half snitching, bro.
All right, Mr. Copeland, your counsel, Mr. Melnick, have you had an opportunity to talk with him about testifying today?
Yes.
All right. Has the state provided you a letter of immunity or a copy of the order that I have signed directing that they give you use immunity?
Yes.
Do you have a copy of it?
Yes.
All right. Can we see that, please? I need 2 copies of it.
Okay, you're gonna
Move
keep
the
talking.
court pursuant to this particular.
There we go.
In this case, it appears that you've been properly subpoenaed to appear as a witness in this case,
Okay.
and that your testimony is necessary in the public interest. So that's how we, as a due process, gets you to come to court. I mean, you were noticed as a witness. They've identified.
Now, by the way, so this is Judge Glenn Urville or something. I forgot his full name. Bro, he's so frustrated with this whole process. Like, yo, he's really frustrated. So he's explaining to this nigga, like, yo, check this out, bro. Like, I know your attorney explained this to you, but bro, we summoned you here. I've signed off on something that you can't get prosecuted later on for it. The DA agreed. You got to talk, okay? And they're trying to get this guy to basically continue his snitching, but he's tired of snitching. He's done snitching.
When your counsel had talked about.
Yeah, so they're talking to him, and now the judge is going to ask him, are you down to testify?
Case for you to testify. So your attorneys told me you're going to invoke your Fifth Amendment privilege. Done, said. However, the immunity has been signed. I have a copy of that right now. So you're required to testify. So if you don't testify, the state's probably going to ask me to jail you. And I'm probably going to do that. So I'd like you to go ahead out and talk with your lawyer and tell me what you want to do at that point in time, okay?
Do you need any more time to talk, Mr. Copeland? Okay. What is your desire
Look at this nigga's face.
at this time?
I'm taking the Fifth.
Okay.
Again, he can't take the Fifth. So basically, you know, this is just a formality. And I have to imagine his lawyer told him, yo, bro, you're going to jail. So you're going to get locked up. It could last the duration of the trial. But, you know, this is sometimes how people think they're slick by saying, yo, listen, I'll stay in jail while this trial goes on because I'm so important. Y'all need me to convict him. And, you know, I'll do it 6 months afterwards, and then I'll come back out, but I didn't tell.
Okay, you've taken the Fifth, but you've got immunity, but you still want to, are you going to testify? That's the thing.
That's the question.
That's the question on the floor. I've acknowledged the fact you have
Okay, so he says he's going to testify, but the first question they ask him, he basically starts playing dumb. Okay?
questions, okay? And then you'll.
So he says he's taking the Fifth, but he'll testify. The state gets up really quickly, and this is his lawyer still up. Let me make this a little bit smaller. They can see everything. That's his lawyer there. Okay, here we go.
Good morning, Your Honor. Good morning to everyone.
All right. By the way, this is Brian Steele. He's going to come more into this whole conversation and play later. He's really the lead attorney for everybody on this as defendants, right? He makes the most motions. They kind of look towards him to kind of lead the tempo and the feel of how the defendants are going against the state. He gets the most time. He's the biggest and best lawyer, and obviously he's Young Thug's lawyer. So he's kind of almost like the lead attorney for everybody, even though he only represents Young Thug. So he's making some type
Your
of
Honor,
case. He's basically saying, yo, it's kind of unethical that y'all trying to force this guy to testify. He admitted he lied a bunch of times. And the judge basically said, shut the fuck up. We're still going to take his testimony. Okay, so they run off Young Thug's lawyer. Now we got the state up here. Here we go.
Discussed with Mr. Steele last night. I turned over the statement that I believe was Brady.
Okay, all right, here we go. Now we're going to see the question part where they try to ask the nigga some questions. Here we go. And chat, as I said, I'm trying to like fast track this as much as I can.
Also, a federal indictment.
Here we go.
Probation is revoked.
Okay. And another nigga lawyer came up, and here we go. Oh no, I think they asked him the question.
Five.
Defense side. 7-5.
I think they asked the question. Never mind.
They've asked for immunity. I've signed the order. I tell you what. Why don't you step outside and talk to Mr. Melman? We'll go ahead and. Does our witness need to be excused? All right, sir. Then what we'll do at this point in time is we'll call for our jurors and we'll swear you in. And
If you don't mind, Frank, to do is this.
Brady, which give us any different information.
I'm trying to show you the part, but basically they ask him how old he is, and he refuses to even say his age, right? Like he just, hold on, yeah, okay, yeah, he refuses to say his age.
You're gonna be in recess for the weekend.
Here we go.
Are you?
Okay, so this is a question in that he refused to even answer. Like he basically just don't want to snitch on Thug.
So we can all hear you. So if you could state and spell your first and last name for the
They
record,
ask him
please.
to spell his name.
Kenneth Copeland.
Spell it, please.
KENNETHCOPELAND.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. All right.
And Mr. Copeland, good afternoon. Do you want to be here?
Ma'am,
Do you want to be here?
I'm here.
Okay. Are you going to let me ask you some questions?
Okay.
How old are you?
Grown.
Okay, what does grown mean?
How old are you? Grown.
I'm an adult.
He said, how old are you? I'm an adult. Okay?
Okay. And when you say you're an adult,
Now, by the way, his lawyer this is all part of a plan. This is not just him acting dumb, people. And for my attorneys who watch me, tell me if I'm kind of on the money. This is a way that someone who's testifying becomes almost a hostile witness, right? So basically, they're not cooperating with the proceedings, which leads to a few other steps being taken. But he's answering these simple questions like this before he even gets to any shit because he knows what he's doing already.
what number and years are you?
I plead the fifth.
I plead the fifth.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I get you to step outside to your headquarters of jury deliberation, please?
All right, for
Okay, so they bring the jurors back out.
Under 24-5-507, this court holds you in willful contempt, and we'll see you on Monday. And we'll see if we can get some more testimony at that point in time. Take him into custody.
So they arrest YSL Woody. He don't want to talk. The nigga say, I'm grown. How old are you? I plead the fifth. Like, okay, cool. So what happened today is like really interesting. Really, really interesting. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. And again, shout out to all my attorneys here. There's so many attorneys who do watch me that are chat niggas, but obviously, I'm not trying to get them to hop on here and like share their expertise because, I don't want, nothing with hip hop to mess up their reputation or whatever the case is. But let me give you the tantamount equivalent to what happened today. It's what happened when in the Tory case, right? In the Tory case when that guy who allegedly heard the fighting and then went by his window and supposedly saw shots, he changed his story on Tory. So essentially, like if you guys don't remember, one of Tory's own witnesses, I think his name was Sean Kelly, switched up his story and went from being a defense witness to a prosecutor witness. That's one of the main reasons Tory went to jail. Now, what was not rumored, actually this is true, the prosecutor talked with the witness before, and everybody could assume they probably threatened him and say, bruh, if you come in here lying, nigga, we're going to put you in jail. You really like Tory that much? We're going to go crazy on you if you fucking lie up there. The guy went up there and told a whole different story. Told the story the prosecutor wanted him to tell. Here's what happened over the weekend. Remember YSL Woody just got jailed, right? YSL Woody gets brought in, right? Him and his lawyer gets brought, or a rep. It wasn't a male lawyer. It's another lawyer. It's a female lawyer. Gets brought into the judge's chambers, and the prosecutors and the judge, which in the chambers is not on the record. So it's like, I don't know, the chambers is like the judge's office, right? They basically have a conversation with Woody to say, Woody, I done told you. Next week, listen, you have other cases, other charges, this and third. If you don't take this stand and answer truthfully, you're not getting out of jail for a very, very long time. Anyway, so you know what happened? Over the weekend of him being locked up for being held in contempt, today he shows up and he's down to take the stand. Let's actually go to that. So he shows up today, he's down to take the stand.
With Mr. Copeland here, so go ahead, Miss Hilton.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Obviously, he's wearing jail outfit because he spent the weekend in jail. Let me skip through a couple things.
3 brothers' names.
All rules, sir.
Trey Nato, boss.
Say that one more time. You said it fast.
You can tell he don't want to be there. He's so upset.
Nato, Trey's boss.
Nato, Trez.
I think I did.
How long did you go to? Did you finish middle school?
Relevance.
Overruled.
Okay, so they're just asking routine questions. You know, they gotta get a little background before getting them in full snitch mode, right?
Your Honor, the state's going to tender State's Exhibit 382Y
Okay.
or Shannon Jackson. Shannon Stillwell or Shannon
They're asking about YSL members now.
Yeah.
Okay. How long have you known Shannon?
We went to school together.
Do you remember which school?
So they're painting the picture. You knew all these guys. You went to school with them. They're ready for him to start the snitching, right?
Okay. When you say you think, you can have a seat. When you say you think you see him, what do you think he's wearing?
This is all they wanted. Let me tell y'all gangsters, man. We tired of you niggas half snitching. If you understand and you go like this, anytime you point, it's over. Just complete your job and do what you got to do. That's all we trying to say. You can't half snitch. Ain't no half snitching in this. Hey, what's that fat nigga, Robert Allen, testify? Remember, he snitched on the other niggas because they only gave him $5K? He did the same point. He did the same point with the, here we go.
Are you currently?
He did the same point. Look.
You're saying
Wait, where's that point at?
Any provocation by Mr. Allen towards Mr. Newsom regarding before YSL?
Wait, I gotta get that point.
What did you? How?
Oh, I can't find that. Oh my god! But you know what I'm talking about. It's that infamous point where that nigga is pointing at the niggas who did the crime, even though he did the crime too. It's the infamous snitch point. My thing is, bruh, just own up to it. Like, these niggas think that they're gonna like do this process and just no. There's mad telling going on, and here's my problem. And we're gonna get to the Bum B shit too. Listen, ain't nothing wrong with telling. I highly recommend it. I actually advocate for it. But you can't be a gangster snitch. You can't be like, you can't be double dutching. Bro, if you gonna snitch, just snitch. Okay, so now he's pointing niggas out. Nah, this is a mean face right here. That's crazy.
Look like he wearing gray over there.
He look like he wearing gray over there. Yeah, nigga. Tell on him. The fuck?
So who are you pointing to over there that's wearing gray?
I think the lady got red hair.
Okay, so you pointing to a lady and not Shannon?
No, the one behind her.
Okay, so you believe that the person behind the lady with the red hair is Shannon. Is that what you're saying today?
Well, it looked like her.
Okay. Does anybody else over there look like Shannon?
Yeah.
Okay, who's that?
Oh, he lied now. Nigga, you went to high school with a nigga, but you think there's multiple people in the courtroom that look like him?
Other person who looks like Shannon over there.
He's standing behind the bald head dude right there.
He's standing or he's sitting?
Sitting down, I guess.
Okay. What's his hairstyle?
That's a lawyer, nigga.
Bald head.
So you're saying Shannon's the one with the bald head? Or he's sitting behind
he's sitting
him?
behind the dude with the bald head. I think that's him.
Okay.
It's two people with dreads. I can't see I just see dreads.
Okay.
This ain't no
Let
bad.
me just ask you this. Is Shannon from Atlanta?
I don't know.
When you first met him, where did you meet him at? Was it in school?
Ooh.
Bruh, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. If y'all niggas sign up to snitch, nigga, and you're not doing like a... Yo, this is one thing I don't respect about people who be on this gangster shit. Yo, no matter what y'all want to say about 6ix9ine, he knew the assignment, my nigga. 6ix9ine signed the paperwork that he's snitching, and that nigga came in court. Like, that nigga was pointing niggas out accurately. That nigga was like, yo, he got the polka dot shirt on. I guarantee he got on. I guarantee he got some Hanes boxers on right now. Yeah, he got them same dirty sneakers he stole out my... Like, 6ix9ine was snitching accurately. Like, if you gonna tell, like, nigga, you gotta at least get a gold star in the fridge for this shit. These niggas is like half snitching. I don't like it. I don't like this shit at all.
did that relationship develop over time? Where he became more than just a dude on the street?
I guess.
Okay. And when you say, I guess, what do you mean?
What you mean? What do I mean? We became cool.
Okay.
Yo, y'all gotta start shaming some of these niggas, man. Yo, these prosecutors going too soft on him. You gotta remind this nigga, hey, you fucking rat. Calm it down and get this fucking job done if you want to leave his courtroom, not in cuffs. Like, yo, how you gonna be sassy about snitching? Nigga, you signed up to snitch. Nobody ain't forced you. You signed up. This is voluntary.
I guess.
All right. Now,
Sassy as hell.
when y'all were cool and you would see him in the streets, how often would you all hang out with each other?
What you mean?
What you mean what I mean, nigga?
How often would the two of you spend time with each other?
You gotta be specific.
Man.
Sure. Would the two of you go out?
I go out with anybody, even you.
I'm not asking
Nigga trying to kick game.
about me. I'm asking about Shannon. Would the two of you go out?
We have went out.
Okay. How often have the two of you gone out?
Yo, by the way, I know a lot of y'all are watching this. Y'all.
So Brian Steele, aka Young Thug's lawyer, got arrested in court. Man, I want to keep it a beam right quick. This whole case is just ratchet and ghetto, bro. Like, it's not much else I could say besides the whole case is just ratchet and ghetto. Your lawyer getting arrested, bro. Like, ain't gonna lie, bro. If my lawyer is getting arrested, do you feel like you're generally gonna beat the case? And then even though Ak was talking about a mistrial and stuff, I generally feel like just how like with YNW Melly they called a mistrial and he was immediately charged back again. They're gonna do the same thing with Young Thug, and it's gonna drag out 1-2+ years over and over and over. I ain't gonna lie. It might be sad to say, unless Young Thug could get out on like Ak said, like a 10 or 15 years probation, which you know how that probation stuff works. You go into 10-15 year probation, the way those guys live, 1-2 years max, they're failing it, and then they gotta go back and serve the remainder of their time. But I mean, they got a bunch of money and the best lawyers in the world, so they'll probably find a way to get through it, get prescriptions for all the drugs that they need, because most of them are drug addicts. You feel me? It's one thing I really want to say, bro. Gunna got out, he got fit as hell. Young Thug in there getting chunky. Like, before, Young Thug looked like he weighed 120 pounds soaking wet. Man, it's crazy. Like, it's crazy how times change. But if your lawyer is sitting there getting arrested, my dude, it's a problem. You feel me? I don't know if he did a good thing by saying what he said. And when I say that, I mean, like, giving the judge, like, hints that, oh, it was people in the private hearing who were saying stuff, which, you feel me, shouldn't be happening. But, hey, we don't know, bro. I don't know. Now he has to spend 10 weeks every single weekend for the next, like, 10 weeks just locked up. And Brian Still's gangster as hell, too, because he said, lock me in there with my client. So he wants to be locked in there with, what's his name, bro? With Thug. Like Ak said, bro, this man, Thug, must be giving this man, like, millions of dollars. Or, I ain't gonna lie, these criminal lawyers, a lot of them, they're, you feel me? They love this stuff. Like, it's probably like a movie for him. Like, this whole case and stuff, depending how it goes, YNW Melly's life could be a movie. They can make TK's life into a movie. They can make what's going on with Young Thug right now into a movie. 50 Cent could probably adapt and make all that stuff. They can make the King Von stuff a movie. Like, they really could just make movies about everybody, bro. For real, for real. But hey, man. Let me know how you guys feel about everything, bro. It's your boy Big Act News. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. And free Thug. Do y'all think Thug is gonna come out or he's locked up for good, man? Let me know in the comments below. It's your boy Big Act News, and I'm out.